Hi crafters, in this video I'm going to show you how I made the panels for this arcade machine and this Pac-Man machine. I'm not going to do the Pac-Man, I'm going to do it in Twin Stars just to show you how easy it is to make this yourself. What I first did is for the panels that I put on my Pac-Man machine is made this are these yellow dots. If you want to do something like this, it's not complicated at all. I will show it to you in this sample. What you do is you make an inner shading, and I know mine is in Dutch, but you have to forgive me. I can't put it in English, but just if you just follow my steps, it's no problem at all. It depends, the shading width depends on how big you want your dots to be. I have now one of 4 millimeters, but I could do 5 millimeters. That's not a big thing. What you do is you make a little circle and make sure it's not too wide. In this case, 2.6 millimeters is more than enough. Then you fill it in with a color, in this case yellow, and you make your line color yellow too. So now the yellow dot is there. I know it's not very visible, so that's why I will do a brown one. So I will fill it in with brown so you can see it way better. I will zoom out, and in your silhouette program, and I don't know how this works with Cricut, but I think you can figure it out with this guide. I can go to the multiply option and then go to the line, and then you will see it fills the line with all brown dots. Then I just have to add more in order for me to get those dots. And you can choose how many you want. A silhouette only goes to 100, so I have about 88. Then I say release copies, and I have my dotted background. So I can take away the line that I needed to put them in the right place, and I have the dotted background. This you can do in all colors, in all sizes, in whatever your heart's desire. The only thing you have to do is select all, ungroup the outer line, group all the dots, and then it's one entire item. Let's say I want to do a different color. So let's say a little bit pinkish color and the line color also pinkish. So this way. I will put it aside so you will see what I'm going to do with the background. If you go to Google, you can fill in, for instance, twin star background, and then you can scroll over all the backgrounds that are given. You can choose whatever kind you want. You can choose this one or one from the sides, because if you select this one, you get multiple options. You see here a lot of options. Let's say I want to take this one, or for instance, let's see if I can find a few more here. Let's say this one. It's a very busy one. It's all up to you. I'm just showing you samples. You can choose an individual object like this, for instance, or this one with the moon, but that we will do in a later stadium. So I like this one, but I like something at the bottom because that's, to me, something really like twin stars. And I don't want to have too much fuss on the background, so I can fill it how do I say that? Fill in the background myself. So I'm going to scroll over. I know this is annoying to watch, but I'm going to scroll over a background that has none of the dolls in there, so I can fill it in myself. But I have to look where I find the right one, that it only shows the background and not a lot behind it. Let's say maybe this one will give me more options. No. What I can do is fill it in myself. I can make a background myself, but okay, let's do this one. This one doesn't have a lot that I can't cope with. See, this is what I mean. With none of the dolls in it. So backgrounds like this, these are ideal, but you can choose this one. If you like that one better, it's no problem. What you do is you click your right mouse button, copy the image, and then go over to your silhouette program and paste. That's all I do. Then I'm going to put it at the background so I can see where the lines of my machine are. And then I can make it bigger like this and then arrange it however I want it to be. So I think this is a great option to do it like this. I will make it a little bit taller. Then I have all the images, I have a border, and I have a background where I can write on, but I can do whatever I want with this background. So this one I will do, and then you can crop it if you want. I advise you not to do that, because if your machine cuts a little bit of the edge, so a little bit beside it, you will have a white border. If you leave it like this, then you're not having the risk of having a white border anywhere. So I think this is the better option, but you can crop it if you want. The only thing you then have to do is divide it. Sorry. I always struggling with. See, you can crop it. Forgive me. I'm not used to doing videos like this, but I wanted you guys to see what I'm doing. So you can crop it if you want to the actual size, but then you have the risk of your machine just cutting a little bit of the edge and then it shows a white border. And I don't like white borders on something that's supposed to be pink or black or red or whatever color. At first I did these red dots. I don't like them here, so I won't be using them. But I did dots. You can do stars. You can do hearts. Whatever you want, you can do. I'm going to delete these because I'm not going to use them. But I want to show you how easy it is to, for instance, put on some dolls. Then you have to pick the item that you want on top of your box. So let's say I think this one is cute, but you have to see if the image is crisp. This is a crisp image. So what I do is I say copy the image, I go to my silhouette, then I do paste, and I see it's way too big and it has the checker background. I want that background to be gone. So what I'm going to do is trace it, and it tells me trace the selective area. I will go over so you can see what I'm doing, and then I'm going to make all the lines yellow. So make sure that the lines are closed, and then I say trace and release. Then I can take off the checkered background and I'm left with my image. But if you do stuff like this, you're always ending up with little tiny things that are left. See, those markings says that there is something on the background. I'm going to delete those to make sure that my image is crisp. Then you can resize them and place them, for instance, on this part of your machine side. That's no problem wherever you want it. If you want it here, if you want it bigger, if you want it smaller, if you want to fill it up, it's no problem at all. You can do with the image whatever you want. But I'm showing you this, and please make sure you're not going to sell items like this, because it's only for personal use, if you know what I mean. Because if you are going to sell your item, yeah, you violate copyright rules and stuff like that. But if you do it just for your own decorations, it's no problem at all. Then I want to have something like twin star logo. So what I do is I take away the word background and I say logo. And hopefully I get the right twin star logo. I have to search for it. That's sometimes you will get by it, or you find it really fast, and sometimes it takes a while until you find the perfect one. I like it to be a little bit curved. Of course, I can write it myself, that's no problem. But if you want to use the original logo on your own machine, let me be clear on that, you can do it. See, I want it to have something like this, so that is curved. I always try to look if I can find something that is already cropped, if you know what I mean. I can take it out of the image, but yeah, I'm a little bit lazy and I want it to be ready. But I think it's not my day today. But let's see if I can find something that is cropped already. No. Then let's see if I can take it out. It's not always possible, but we can always try. I will put it aside here and see if I can take out this logo from this image. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in so you see what I'm doing. I'm going to the trace option and I'm going to see if I can make what I want yellow. And the crisper the yellow is, the better I will be able to take it out of the image. Now you see all kinds of lines are added. I'm going to see if I can edit them out by going up and down with this step. Then I say trace and release. It always takes a little while. I can throw away the background and I'm left with this. Make sure you select it completely, because there is all kinds of items around it that you need to delete. So I'm going to delete all the items that I don't want. And in this case, I don't want all this rubbish around it. So I'm going to see, yeah, I can live with this. So I'm going to select it, group it, and then I'm going over to my image, zoom out so you can see what I'm doing, and I can put it on here like this. But then you will see that in the loops is still some white left. It has to do with the fact that these lines are closed and it makes a kind of a filling pocket. Yeah, you could color it the same color. How do you do that so it's not so visible at the background? Then what I normally do is I make my image a little bit smaller so I can place it on an entire pink background, and then I can see if I can color it, but I don't think so. I think it will give me some trouble, but let's see what it does. No, it doesn't allow me to color, because if I fill in another color you get this, see, and that's not what I wanted. You can fill it in, but then you have to do it by hand. it's not ideal. So I'm going to delete this twin star option completely. What I then can do is I can make an oval and I make my own logo from twin stars. I have an oval that will fit, so if I write something on this, it will fit. So, oh, took the wrong one. That's because the other things are in the background and it sometimes will select that one. So then I will type the word, so little twin stars, and I will see if I have a font that I like and that's suitable for this cute image. But to be, how do you say that in English? I always like to fill it in up front so I have a clear image on how it's going to look. So I will do this in a light pinkish color. I will change the line color and then I'm going over to my fonts and I'm going to see what kind of font I like to go with these little twin stars. I'm going to see what kind of fonts I have, what the outcome is, the look, that kind of stuff. So sometimes it's something you have to look for a while and you find your best, what you like the most. That's, I think, the best way to say it. Let me see if I can find something that's even more cute. For instance, this one. I like this font a lot. So, but, well, now you can't see it at the background, so I have to choose a different color. What I can do is take one of the colors that's in the background. How do I do that? It's not so complicated at all. You select the item that you want to give another color. Then you go to your droplet. You go to the point that has the color that you want it to be and click on it. And then it will change the color to the same color as that's in your images. You can do it, for instance, the yellow color that's in the cake. It's all up to you. I prefer the other color, so I will leave it at this. But the line color is still pink, so I have to choose the line color. And because I used a droplet, that color is here. So now the line color has the same color as the fill color. Then when you double click on it, you will see something like this at the start of your text. Sometimes I need to think about the words that I say, so sorry. And make it a little bit more smaller. And it's always trial and error, this thing. But when I go with the line, it's going to make my item curved. And when I'm satisfied with this, I go back to the to the duplicate option and click release copy. Why didn't he release? Oh yeah, he already did. Oh no, see, he didn't. I don't know why he didn't want to release now. So let me double check. I think because I left the option. Come on. Yes, release compound path. And what you see that happens is it gets white spots in the middle, and that's where the letters overlap. In this stage, you can, sorry, come on. Oh, sometimes it doesn't want to work with me. It goes back to its old state, no problem at all. Release. See, this is what I wanted to have. Sometimes even I struggle. So now I can weld all the letters, but you see that they are separate. So first I have to uh, put all the letters together. See, that's why I'm not making these kind of videos a lot, because I release the compound paths and all the inners are separate. So now I have to manually make them into a compound path, so I'm able to weld them in a few seconds. So forgive me for doing this, but it didn't want to release, and if I'm right, it now is all a compound path, and then I can weld. I forgot one, the S, this one. Weld, and then I can make it into one item. Then I can go back to the filling color and to the line color, because he remembered that, and then I can put the little twin star at the background. But you see, it's still not very visible. You can leave it that color, but if you want to, you see the images have a brown line around them. What you could do is to go to the line color and take your dropper, go onto the same brown color, and then it's more visible. If you want them to have a rim around it that has a thicker layer, it's also possible. And then you can make it bigger, smaller, you can add stars to it. So if you want, for instance, one of these stars, what you do is you copy your image, and I hope it will allow me to do this. I'm going to trace the star because I want to have the same kind of star. Trace the inner line, trace, so release. I'm going to take out the star, and this I don't know. Oh, this one also. Then I'm going to make an outer line like this, and then I have about the same star that she has on her hair bow. Weld them together, and I can put these stars, well, I think it's better I do it like this, make them separate, so I can give this one a yellowish color, and this one I can do the brown color, and then the line color I need to do brown, so the same brown. Oh, see, sometimes I make stupid mistakes. I have to go back because I'm at the fill color and not at the line color. But line color brown, place this one over it, make it a group, and then I can use this star wherever I want. So I can add how many stars I want to have to my object. Oh, wrong movement. I wanted to copy and I did it backwards. So I can put stars wherever I want, but this way you can make your own background. If you're happy with your own background, then what you do is you group it, because now you can shift it to wherever place on your mat you want, and then you have to print and cut. Every machine has a different way of doing it, but in the Silhouette Studio you can do it with a print and cut, and that option is here. So you can, for instance, do A4, and then you do print and cut. That's your print and cut options. Make sure that everything is within your check marks. Then you print this out, place the printout on your cutting mat, and then you cut out on these lines, and then you're done. So then you have made your own background layer. I'm so sorry for all the mistakes that I made in this video, but I meant well. I hope this is helpful how I did the layers, the design paper layers for my Pac-Man machine. And yeah, I maybe it gives you options to make stuff your own, but make sure that you don't sell items that uh, is using stuff like this, because it can give you some trouble. I only show this for personal use. I wish you all a nice day. Thank you for watching, and until the next video, bye bye.